Well, Steve, the good news is that all the players are coming to the table. In fact, they all met with Governor Walker earlier this week. Currently, it is a balmy 29 degrees, but the feels like temperature more like 19.
But when I've talked to Nate in the past, he said to me that, going out on the freeway was something that they were trying to avoid because he knows that every person who is stuck in that traffic is someone who is probably not going to be a supporter of theirs anymore.
Earlier today, the snow was just perfect for making snowballs, of course, as it's getting colder. The snowball making isn't as great, but I'm going to keep working on it. The Government Accountability Board has finished its review of the recall signatures and has certified a historic 6 recall elections. On his way to pick up his son, he got a call saying his house was on fire. And yes, you saw that right, it doubles as a drink holder. Oh, the creativity here at Miller Park. Here he sits in his apartment with just a scratch on his head that didn't even need stitches.
I was just pedaling along, thinking about having some pea soup, and next thing I know, I'm in somebody's car.
It was just about 8:30 Saturday night, and Gove just finished his paper route. He didn't hear the car coming up behind him, and even though Gove was wearing the safety vest, the driver hit him. Gove blacked out for a moment after the impact, and when he woke up, he was inside the car.
I said, "Hello, you just hit me with your car on my bicycle." He didn't say anything.
He explains the 20-year-old Manitowoc man kept driving and parked a few blocks later. The driver then got out of the car and locked the doors from the outside.
And he looked in, he said, "Well, who are you? What are you doing in my car?" I said, I told you, I'm the guy that you hit on the bicycle.
Gove is just as surprised as the rest of us that he's sitting here telling his story.
God's watching out for me.
Thankful as he is, he doesn't hate the driver who hit him. No ill will towards him at all?
Well, not at all. No, I don't feel any ill will toward him.
Gove tells me he feels extremely lucky, and now he's in the search for a new bike so he can continue doing his paper delivery route. In Manitowoc, Lacey Crisp, today's TMJ4. Crystal Lauer is at an area hospital recovering tonight. Her daughter tells me her mom has 2 angels watching out for her, Officer Gonzalez and her dog.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. No. Glad I could help.
This moment would not be possible without this guy.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Officer Jeff Gonzalez was out on patrol early this morning when he saw a black lab running around.
The dog obviously belonged to someone. It had collars and tags.
Gonzalez tried to catch the dog, but the dog kept running away.
In a roundabout way, yeah, he sure did. He pointed me in the right direction.
That direction to this porch where Crystal Lauer sat.
She was wearing her pajamas and a house coat, and she was slumped over. I was obviously in some distress. She was unresponsive.
Daughter Tyann Went got the call that her mom had been out in 3-degree weather for about an hour.
They thought that she was dead, so it's hard.
But thanks to Man's best friend and Officer Gonzalez working together,
It was a miracle.
they were able to get Crystal to a hospital for help. Officer Gonzalez shrugs off being called a hero.
A little uncomfortable with that, I guess, but just a bunch of circumstances that came together, and that's my job.
But adds,
I thought it was neat, the connection with the dog. It was kind of like a Lassie moment.
We owe you a lot.
Oh.
and doctors don't know what caused Lauer to pass out. They're still doing tests, but Lauer says she can't wait to meet the officer who saved her. And Johnny the dog, of course, has gotten a lot of extra treats today. Reporting live in Germantown, Lacey Crisp, today's TMJ4. This smile has brightened the Delavan Darien High School girls basketball team for 4 years. April Schaefer is a student with special needs and is the team manager. She's dreamed about getting a chance to play.
Hang out the bench, like playing, like kind of nervous, kind of exciting.
Friday night was senior night and the last home game of the year. Coach Hank Johnson gave April her big shot.
And we just thought it'd be something nice for her to have.
He let the opposing team in on the special night.
And eager to do whatever they can to be help April and help this night really be about April.
Not only did April play, but she started.
I feel happy because I like people cheering on me on.
By the fourth quarter, both teams were cheering for April.
Let's go, April, let's go!
There were just a few minutes left in the game when April got a rebound. The crowd erupted and cheered for April to shoot. She drove to the hoop and made the layup. Coach Johnson quickly took a timeout to let April celebrate. Both crowds gave her a standing ovation.
It was pretty special. It was hard to keep the emotions in.
As play continued, you see a Burlington player give April a handshake and support April won't soon forget.
I want to say thank you to the Burlington girls being so respectful for me.